Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the Marvel fan site that I have plot synopsis and character bios for this issue. The New Mutants, number 32 from 1985. Chris Claremont has left, and Steve Leialoha is actually the artist for this issue, and I think the next one as well. So the New Mutants, but it's got the X, and it says old. So we'll have to see what's going on inside. So to the ends of the earth, and so we're going to go all the way back to where they believed Karma was dead. And of course, here we see our credits: Chris Claremont, Steve Leialoha. Glynis Oliver is the colorist. However, Thomas Zukowski is not lettering. And then we have the same editorial team of Anna Senti with Jim Shooter. So the Jim Shooters are looking at Karma, and here's where they believed she fell and died. And Professor Xavier knew she didn't die, but he kept that from them. So here the New Mutants are looking for them, and then how they looked for her the next day. And so now we are in the present, and um, uh, Sunspot can't believe she's been alive this whole time. And so he feels like a failure, like he failed his stepmom, and he just feels terrible at everything, and they need to find her. So the next day, the kids are heading toward Madripoor. This is actually the first appearance of the nation of Madripoor. So, let's see here. Sam says, Danny, the professor's probably going to kill us when he gets the bill for this. And Danny's like, most likely, Sam. I didn't figure on things costing this much. And Sunspot says, "Isn't our friend worth it?" And he's like, "Oh, that's not what I meant." And so, here we have Warlock here, Danny, Cannonball, Sunspot, Magma, Magic, Wolfsbane, and then Doug Ramsey, who it goes by Cypher, I believe. So, um, and so, keep it down, guys. We're supposed to be asleep. How you doing? How you doing, Doug? Got anything? And so, he goes, could be, Liana. We know Karma ran the gladiator's outfit that you, Bobby, Sam, and Amara tangled with. And that she framed her crime boss uncle, so that he took the rap for everything she did. Pity finding her will clear him. Jail is where he belonged. The man's a real creep. So anyway, he claims to be equally astounded by Karma's transformation, says he has nothing to do with it, hasn't even seen her in months. So here we have pictures of General Koi. We also have the Viper and, of course, Karma. Fortunately, there aren't many people of Karma's size, and with her very nasty habit, using various international computer networks plus the contacts Koi's gave us, I think I've managed to track her down. And Rain says, Doug, everyone, should this task not be better left to the X-Men? Professor Xavier's our teacher. We owe him. And Sunspot's like, nothing, Rain. He's a telepath. He must have known from the first that Karma still lived, but he never told us. And so, if that's true, Bobby, and Sunspot's like, are you calling me a liar, Ramsey? Give me a break, will ya? He probably had a good reason. So, and of course, Sunspot is a hothead. So, what reason? Why didn't he send the X-Men to save her, or at least stop her? Who knows how many innocent people she's butchered or brutalized these past few months. In her arena, for her own amusement, Gladiator fought to the death. I still bear the scar I earned there. Something changed. Something changed Karma, made her cruel and evil, and Xavier let that happen. Now, really quick, I want to let you guys know that Secret Wars did happen in the middle of it, so Professor Xavier probably had something. It was also beaten up. There was a lot of stuff. So Kind of putting it like this. So it's not like Xavier was just busy twiddling his thumb. And so Danny says, I want proof before I believe that, Berto. Just like I want proof if it's really Shan we're after. And so they're like, how big she is, like 500 pounds. And there's still something else we just have that hasn't been revealed yet. So I won't spoil it for you guys. Um, but, he's pretty sure it's her because of her powers to possess people. And Rain says that, they were some of the first and she helped her and they were friends. So she says, I cannot believe she'd willingly become evil. Somebody did this to her. They had to. And so um, they go, what was that? Oh, crap, somebody heard you, Rain. I'm sorry, Leanna. Denny, do your stuff first, fast. Marat's telling us to cast real-life illusions. So when they go in, it shows everybody sleeping. Of course, they're not. So, all right, so they arrive in Madripoor here. So they're exiting the airplane here. Of course, Claremont tells us how despicable this place is. So they're gonna create a diversion, and so magma creates an earthquake. Now, because of where they're located, it's probably apropos. They probably don't think of nothing, and so then Warlock kind of creates a helicopter, and they all take off. So the New Mutants are having food in a little whatever diner next to the beach here, and you can see this motorcade coming, and that belongs to Karma and her people. Anyway, Cypher apologizes for before. He didn't realize how much this caper was staring him inside, and Berto's like, what do you mean, hombre? Nothing's the matter with me. And Danny's like, he's been getting a shorter and shorter fuse ever since he met the Beyonder, and he's just kind of getting out of control. Anyway, Cypher says that was Karma's car, and the Pride of Army gives a fair idea of the clout she wields in this country. According to my computer search of the local data bank, she owns that whole mountain behind us with the villa at the top. And so Danny says, we'll wait till nightfall and then we'll pay her a visit. But they don't realize that they're being watched here. And so these guys are like, better alert the boss. Company's coming. So it's this Big Brother's always watching, even back then. So the New Mutants are heading there. They ask, it could have teleported us, and Danny says that's too much. It's too risky. We could have landed in a guard's barracks, and of course they see a booby trap here, and they see all the guards here. So, and then you see them dispatch them here, and so back at the beach here, Warlock is changing into all these different identities, and Cypher's like, they're all fine, Warlock, but which one should I use? Whichever you like. Self friends, radiating disharmony. I'm just worried about the team, says Cypher. And so soon there's an alarm here. I like how Leialoha is trying his best to bring in Bill Sienkiewicz in his art, being that Bill Sienkiewicz had been such a big part of the New Mutants for about 15 issues or so. And so here come the New Mutants. Off they go. So by now everybody knows that they're coming here. And it looks like Karma had these people ready to go, kind of like other mutants here. And so they're members of the Gladiators. So Ileana opens the portal. It's gonna get demons out of hell to take care of them here. And look at Rain, just so Bill Sienkiewicz-y. And so Daddy says, Rain, don't run off alone. Wait for me. Wolfsbane, Blast, and Bother. Magma, I need you pronto. And so Wolfsbane is going up here, and Danny's following, and she's afraid that she'll get possessed, and she's attacked by Wolfsbane, who apparently did get possessed here, and so everybody's been nailed by Karma here, and um, sees here. I confess, though your accursed mentor, Charles Xavier, taught you well how to resist psychic attacks. In all the world, there is none who is his equal as a telepath save me. So, do you guys still sort of know who is inside Karma, who possessed Karma? I shall take the greatest of pleasure in destroying him. Hello, Danielle. As you Americans say, long time no see. From your expression, I can tell how glad you are to really learn it's really me. You and your friends are but the instruments of my vengeance. Isn't it nice? And you won't mind a bit. Slaughter those you care for most. Once I've broken you to my will, I hope you resist. I want this to hurt. So Mirage yells no, and so she wakes up in a limbo here. Ileana was able to rescue her. Um, she goes, it seems that my mind is closed out to Karma the way it's also closed out to Professor Xavier. So she was able to resist and then grab her, and she's like, I want to feel sick. I feel so filthy inside. I never dreamed Shadow was capable of such cruelty and evil. And so, we see Sim here, so, and all her demons. And so when they return to Karma's villa, um, you see all these creatures that are dead here. And so Danny goes, look at the bodies, one beaten to a pulp and another ripped limb from limb. Your Fido and the room around him scorched and charred by red hot flames. I don't believe this. I don't want to, but how can I deny the evidence of my own eyes? Sunspot's strength, Wolfsbane's ferocity, Magma's fire, the New Mutants massacred these people. Ileana says, no, the kid's powers may have been the weapon, but Karma wielded it. They possess. It's Karma's fault, Danny. She's responsible. And Danny says, and I'm to blame. I was so sure of myself, certain we could handle any foe. I blithe led us to this mess. And Ileana says, you going to mope then or try to salvage things? And Sim says, hey, turn true, boss, but we got visitors. And so it's the police here. I wonder what brought them here, Sim. You and your crew stay out of sight with Danny while I talk to them. I'll try to get a line on Karma. Maybe the cops will even be willing to help. So they come out, but they shoot first. And they're like, let's vamoose. Yeah. So they head back to Limbo. And Danny says, Karma framed us. She must have told the law we raided the place. We'll be blamed for the murders. If we show our faces in Madripoor, we'll probably be shot on sight. And so Magic says, what do we do? And Mirage says, according to Doug's research, Karma has another place in Cairo. We can beat her there. And Ileana says, no, by teleporting, no way. You know how dangerous that is. And Daddy says, Ileana, whatever we do, we go after Shan or run home. We'll have to use our powers together. At least in Cairo, we'll be of some use. And so off they go. And so, as you know, if Ileana not just travels in she can't just teleport, but she also shifted in time, and so now they're in the past. They're in ancient Egypt. So we're gonna kind of go through because this part's really not important. But they see someone that they think is Storm, but it's not Storm, and everybody speaks English. But now they're in the future, and so we see those New Mutants from the beginning. So we see Roberto, Magma, Sunspot, and Rain. And so um, they eventually is able to make it um, to the right time. And so once they get there, they start to argue, and Magic says, "Don't yell at me, Danny Moonstar. None of this would have happened. We wouldn't have been in seen a thing if you hadn't made me use the power in the first place." But soon it really is Storm. Warlock found them and let her in. She says, "Evidently, being an alien is immune to Karma's talent. Unlike the others, he was not enslaved. He followed them here, and when his senses detected your arrival, he led me to you. If you wish to depart, I shall neither stop you nor condemn you. I know something of your foe. The creature is a match for the best of heroes, far deadlier than you could ever be." And Storm says, "But you'll still fight anyway?" And Storm says, "Yes, then so will we. Right, partner? Right, partner." So, against all odds. New Mutants number 32 by Chris Claremont and Steve Leialoha. Like and subscribe, and I do thank you for listening. Goodbye.